So now Chris is going to show us the next steps to properly welding stainless steel.
So here you have it. You got the root pass right here. Very important to, before finishing your weld, you go a bit over what you started at the beginning. That way you're sure you fusioned well your root.
Now let's go take a closer look at this. Now let's take a look at that weld. So what you do is you do your first pass.
Yep.
You let it cool down.
Exactly.
Naturally cool.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. Naturally, or sometimes I help myself with the souffle. How do you say souffle in English?
Air?
Yeah,
oxygen?
air shooting, yeah.
Okay.
With the compressor.
Compressed air?
Yeah, exactly.
Cool it down?
It cools it down faster, but still naturally it's with air and it's not like directly in water. Or
Yeah. So it cools it down a little bit faster because you want it to have a cool before you do your second pass, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And so that looks really good. So what's the next steps for your second pass?
So once it's cooled down, you got to brush it. Make sure there's no contaminants in it.
Yeah. And you can see it even changing color while you do that. You know, you had that little reddish and purple thing.
Exactly. Now you want it to be nice and clean. Okay.
Okay, awesome. I'm just going to want to show what that looks like. So now that's what it's looked like before the second pass happens.
Oh, and another thing, my root pass, I do it with the 332 rod, and with my capping, I do it with a 1/8 rod.
Also a 332?
More material on the top. Yeah.
Okay, so the first one was what size again?
332.
332, and this is a
1/8.
1/8. Okay, that's really good to know, right? Because
you got to have like as much material possible on the top, and like the first weld, you go with a smaller one, so it's really precise on the root. So,
awesome. Yeah.
Another thing I want to point out is I stop at this area here. I'm going to start my second weld a bit further, so when I finish, I go over
the very first point.
Yeah, the point where I stopped at the first.
That makes so much more sense because now you got a full pass over it.
And here where you finish, well, the root pass underneath is full. There's no stopping.
That makes so much sense. I've never done this before, and it makes a lot of sense on when you're doing it. That gives it kind of a double protection.
Exactly.
And probably a big chance if you didn't do that, there'd be a leak in that one spot.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
You're giving yourselves a lot more chance of not leaking.
Yeah, I love it. Okay, let's see the second pass.
Go.
Awesome. Wow. Well, let's take a look at that. Once again, that is an art, Chris.
Thank you.
That is definitely an art. So, once again, make sure that you take your time. A lot of people, this is new to them in the CO2 world to do this kind of welding. And like that is just beautiful. Like that's the thing of art. You're very skilled, Chris. Thank you so much for showing us how to properly do a weld on stainless steel pipe. Thank you.